Hey everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Wikked. It's happening every Wednesday, so Wikked Wednesdays. And what is Wikked? Wikked is about 10 to 15 minutes every week, joining me and a few other guests and learning a few fun things. So why don't you join us and find out what's Wikked? So much exciting news happening this past week. I was off sick with COVID, so that's where I've been, and it pushed back the release date of Wikked by about a week. But that's good, because it gave me a bit more time to prepare a few more episodes. This is going to be a weekly thing, and there's going to be guests every week. There's going to be me going out in Ontario and exploring different areas just to bring attention to the gorgeousness that is surrounding where I live in Ontario. It is rather gorgeous. You should get out there and explore it. So it's really going to be a wide range of things, and also talking about my music. So why don't you come along? We're going to go for a walk. Some of my best ideas for songs were actually composed, and the idea was born in the forest. When I was a kid, I used to live on Scugog Island, and one of my favorite things to do first thing in the morning was to sit on this giant boulder, which was right by the edge of the water, and I could see Caesarea on the other side of the lake, and the mist would be just rising, so Caesarea wouldn't be available to see right away. But as the mist rose and cleared, it's like Avalon out of the mist, if that makes sense. It was magical, and every morning before school, that's what I would do, is have my tea and sit on that rock, and that inspired so much. It really, really did, and I'm so thankful for those moments. This does not even do it justice with not only how gorgeous it is, but how deep that ravine goes. We just had some dudes on bikes, doing switches down there, and they sounded like they were having a great time. One of my biggest inspirations growing up was my father, who also was a singer-songwriter, and unfortunately my father passed away in a car accident when I was in my mom's tummy. So growing up, my dad was this legend and myth, and him playing guitar and writing songs and music, it was very inspirational to me. So that's what I have of my dad, and I know that he would probably be really excited with my music and how well it's doing, and that means a lot to me. But also, you know, I feel when I'm writing and when I'm making music that that's my way of connecting with my dad. Like, my dad is there with me. If that makes sense. I don't know, but that's another reason why I love doing music. Look at this gorgeous tree. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm about to stand under it. Beautiful. Oh, this phone does not do it justice. So here on Wikked, we're going to have a weekly musical spotlight where we talk to and find out more about independent artists from around the world. And my first guest on my first episode is Beat Bakery. And Beat Bakery is from the UK. They just finished a remix of my song Games, and they're going to tell you a bit more about themselves. Here they are.
So who are the Beat Bakery?
Beat Bakery are
a podcast duo
based in London,
consisting of
Hypnotist
and me, Classic Mike.
So Mike and I met when we were studying for our master's degrees at Tileyard Education in London. I was studying a master's in songwriting and Mike was studying a master's in commercial music production.
In a former life, I used to be a baker, and we love making banging beats, so I figured, why don't we put the two together? And Beat Bakery was born.
We've been tweaking our recipe ever since we formed the band. Our sound is the most delicious fusion of two different elements. We love to create ultra catchy, super hooky vocal melodies that are stuck in your head from just one listening. So we combine the best elements of the pop world with underground midnight rave dance floor vibes in the production to create our classic bakery signature sound. The kind of sounds and grooves that are going to pull you onto the dance floor and get you moving and having fun.
Who is my biggest inspiration? My biggest inspiration has to come from David Guetta. He is my favourite producer ever.
As most people know, I'm extremely obsessed with music and I like many different genres and styles. In the electronic world, I love The Prodigy. I think they're extremely innovative and ahead of their time. In the rock world, I'm obsessed with Nirvana. I love that grunge sound. And I also love Beethoven. He's my favorite composer. I often channel elements of these three amazing musicians into our music. The highlight of our musical journey so far was being invited to perform at the awesome BBC Introducing Live Lounge by Melita Dennett last December. So we met Jaymze through Instagram, which is where we meet many collaborators actually. We started chatting to him, realized we're on the same vibe and love the same music. So we agreed to do a remix of his single Games to get everyone dancing. As per usual, we consider the vocals the most important element of any track. So we extracted the vocals out of Jaymze's original and tweaked it to our liking. Then we added our classic underground rave dance floor vibes to bring it to that next level. The fun never stops in the bakery. We're always working on
a lot more delicious, tasty treats for you guys to sink your teeth into.
At the moment, we're working on a few originals, some remixes, and booking several festivals and gigs for 2025.
Fun fact, we're going to start introducing live elements into our sets, meaning we're bringing out the electric guitars and the electric drum kit. Hope you guys are ready to rock and rave.
That's me, fill up your mind every day and every night. It's the way I make you feel. Baby, there ain't nothing better, and I could do it forever with you. Oh, I love that song so much. Tension 2, the sequel to Kylie's Tension 1, is out, and it is so wicked. Here it is. It came out on October 18th everywhere, and it is such a great follow-up and sequel to Tension. There are some standout tracks on this album, most notably the song Taboo, Lights, Camera, Action, and of course, My Oh My. Kylie just announced a world tour. She's coming here to Toronto in March of 2025, and I couldn't be more excited. I've been following her since I was like 7, like that tall, dancing around the schoolyard at the age of 8, singing Locomotion, and I should be so lucky. I've rated this album a 7 out of 10, and you should go check it out. Tension 2 by Kylie. ABBA have released another retrospective, this time to celebrate their 50th anniversary since winning the Eurovision Song Contest in 1974. Can you believe it has been 50 years? That's just crazy. So here it is, and it is all their singles. It is really traversing all the way from People Need Love to their very last single from their Voyage album. No doubt about it, which is actually a really good song. Another really exciting part to this retrospective is a brand new 5.1 mix of Gimme 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 A Man After Midnight. And if you are an ABBA fan, you know that that song, the strings in it are just so luscious and full and beautiful. Madonna sampled it as well as the bass line for, and the synth line for her song Hung Up. And it sounds so good in 5.1. That breakdown in the mid breakdown, when it's just the beat and the bass and the strings, it's just so rich. It sounds so good. You have to check it out. Oh, wicked. More hot music from So Fierce Music. We have the release of Ghosting by Seance Knows. Seance is a drag queen here in Toronto, and I love this track. It's really, really good, actually. It's got this cool rock vibe to it. I really love rock music. I listen to heavy metal. I love my Black Sabbath, and my partner and I kind of headbang in the car to System of a Down. So, yeah, I love this track, and I think it's great. So you should go check it out. Also on So Fierce Music. Seance Knows, Ghosting. Another hot track from a fellow label mate, Lady Nova. Taste This. It's got such a great vibe to it. I really love, actually, the percussions in this song, and Lady Nova's voice is so beautiful. Listen to the song Cosmic, which is another song by Lady Nova, and actually Ghosting by Seance Knows and Cosmic were also produced by Velvet Code, who is the CEO of So Fierce Music. And I love the production on Taste This. It's such a different vibe, and Lady Nova's voice just shines through on it, and I really love this track. So you should go check it out. Taste This by Lady Nova. If you are a Star Trek fan, then you know that this week that just passed is the beginning of the end for Lower Decks. I love Lower Decks. It is season 5, and it just had a double episode premiere. So if you are not caught up, I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but you should go check it out because it was a very action-packed filled double episode. Lower Decks, Paramount Plus. And to cap things off, the special announcement. Here is the premiere of the cover of my next single on So Fierce Music called Like a Pro. I cannot wait to release this. Different than anything I've ever done. Produced by drag hit maker Velvet Code. And coming out very soon. I'll keep you updated. And that's what's Wicked this week. So that brings our first episode of Wicked to a close. What did you think? I hope you had a wicked time. I know I did. This is something I've been wanting to do for such a long time, and it's just so good to finally bring it to fruition. And I have all of you to thank. So thank you for all of your love and support. I want to thank Beat Bakery for being my first guest on the show. I want to thank my partner for filming some parts. And I want to thank all of you and for all of your love and support. Each episode I'm going to try to make a little bit different, but there will always be artist spotlights, guest spots, and me traveling around and exploring. I just wanted this episode to showcase all the colors happening during autumn. It's so beautiful here in Canada in autumn, and if you don't catch those colors, boom, it's gone, and then you're covered in like 4 feet of snow. So, no, I'm just joking. Sometimes you don't get snow. Thank you to all of you for tuning in, and we'll find out what's wicked next week. Be true and be you. Mwah.